Effie is all about the platforming, and it's by far the best part of the game. The developers went nuts. I appreciate how massive the levels are with limited loading screens. They didn't confine themselves, and the levels are more vertical than expected. It gives the world a larger-than-life feeling. You can even see parts of the level you're going to and the regions you've already been to. These feel like real spaces with plenty of opportunities to use the movement abilities, the double jump and dash, which can be combined for a very far jump. Each level is its own little world that brings a new platforming experience. For example, the keg world is overflowing with grape juice. The problem is, if you fall in, it's instant death. So they have a river section where you quickly jump between barrels to get to the other side. This mechanic couldn't be in any of the other levels. What I appreciate even more is that the developers weren't lazy. While they do repeat the river jumping, they make it more difficult. Nothing in Effie is overdone to death. I never thought, oh, come on, this again? Effie reminds me of A Hat in Time. If you like that, I think you'll enjoy this. While it's not precisely similar, it has that same fun spirit with a ton of exciting platforming. The narrator adds a lot to that. They talk about the overview of what's happening, and the jokes they add are actually good. Here, take a listen.
Yes, of course old Gallant managed to open the door in his first try. Why would I lie to you? Gallant had heard rumors about this place. It was a cursed region inhabited by the greatest of evils, and crawling with an assortment of wicked creatures.
Exploring Effie is rewarding, so if you're the type of gamer that will look in every corner, you'll be happy. This includes chests with experience and chests that have relics. The relics have a small piece of lore to read, but I don't see the relationship to the game. I didn't find reading them to be at all interesting. I mean, you got me. I wonder if finding them all would give a different ending. So, the shield surfing they show off in the trailer has a minimal impact on the game. Don't take it the wrong way. It's fun and unique to Effie, so I actually really enjoy it. But you shouldn't buy the game for it. It's only used to get from one level to another. While you can explore the world, there's little reward. I only came across one time trial that had me blasting across the vast area, and that was awesome! But that's it. It's not the bulk of the game, and it feels like a missed opportunity. It's so good that it should have been in the game as a boss fight or a side mission. I mean, at least let me knock over enemies by running into them. Keep in mind, this is a linear game. It looks like a much bigger game with more exploration from the massive open world between levels. But once inside an area, it's pretty much a direct path to the boss. Not in a bad way. As I mentioned, there's plenty of exploration to do inside, but with every locked door comes the search for a key to unlock it. That's the type of progress in the game.
Sadly, Gallant didn't have the keys he needed to open that door. He would have to go find them and come back another time.
Anyway, the combat is serviceable. It's far too easy to button mash all the way through. There is a block if you want to give it a try, but I gave up. It's a lot easier to kill the enemies than block and wait. There's not even an indication when the enemy is going to attack. The enemies aren't clearly telegraphing, and there's no on-screen indicator. Also, all the enemies drop health, so as long as you kill them quick enough, you won't lose enough health to even worry about it. I didn't die once from combat. And it gets even easier when the game gives you powerful skills. Late game, they're incredibly powerful, since you have so much stamina to use them over and over. What I'm saying is that this is the weakest part of Effie. Now, there are some simple puzzle rooms to break up the game. There's a couple per level, but I made quick work of them. which means they're not difficult. I'm terrible at puzzle games. I have no patience, but it was nice to have something different. Which leads me to my biggest issue with Effie. How easy it is. The only challenge was the final boss, and even then, it only took a couple tries. I didn't expect a challenging game, but wow, I feel like I breezed through. Since you can go to any of the levels in any order, they all must be equally hard. It would be terrible to have the player go through the most challenging level first, which made them all way too easy. Also, I'm an explorer, and I like to nab all the extra pickups and chests I can find. But if you do that, the reward is more experience, and each time you level up, it adds more health and stamina. By the end of the game, it's so easy with all that extra health, I felt invincible. It's a good thing the platforming carried the game, which doesn't rely on health. The second teeny tiny issue that shouldn't make you stop from buying the game is that I can't skip the cutscenes. Look, I know this is silly, but I had to quit between save points, and then the game forced me to rewatch a cutscene. I think we can all agree that letting the player skip the cutscenes is better for everyone. It's one of those things that irks me. Overall, Effie is fun, and I enjoyed it all the way through. The developers knew the shield was a good mechanic and built the entire game around it. I also appreciate how they give the shield to the player right away. Shield surfing is such a great idea. Effie is 5 hours of good, clean platforming. I definitely recommend it for fans of 3D platforming.
Thank you. Effie was pretty good and I enjoyed the platforming, but, what should I play next? Thanks for watching, and you can hit subscribe now.